Greetings to my lecture. My name is Ashwata Roshini and my metric number 285637. Today my team and I would like to present about Mr. DIY Company. Before that, I would like to explain what is a company. Company is an organization that able to meet the demand of goods and services to consumers. Business operates in variety of industries, including production, marketing, financial services, logistics, advertising, and entertainment. We have two types of organization. First is governmental organization, where we can say non-profit organization. This organization will ensure public safety and assets and the improvement of infrastructure. Their most important goal is to prioritize the welfare of the people. Next is non-governmental organization. This organization will carry out business by selling goods and services in order to create profit. Now I'm going to explain more about Mr. DIY Company in detail. Mr. DIY Group Berhad is Malaysia's leading home improvement retailer. Now it's located at Kawasan Perindustrian Belakong, Selangor. But at first, it started on Jalan Tuanku Abdul Rahman in July 2005. Mr. DIY offers many types of goods in various categories, such as hardware, household, electrical, furnishings, auto accessories, sports, stationeries, and so on. Mr. DIY also sells their products in online stores, and Mr. DIY manage directly with mall owners and large retailers as a tenant at Aeon, Lotus, Giant, and many more. Lastly, the nature of business of Mr. DIY is trading of home maintenance supplies, mass merchandise, and foodstuff, as well as businesses and activities.
My name is Angela with the number matrix 285633. Now I will present the vision and mission. The vision of Mr. DIY is to become the foremost home improvement retailer in Malaysia and Brunei. It demonstrated that Mr. DIY had achieved a portion of their vision. Mr. DIY has numerous branches throughout Malaysia, including Sabah and Sarawak. Aeon, Giant, and Lotus are among Mr. DIY's business partners. On the other hand, Mr. DIY's mission is to establish a globally recognized retail brand. Mr. DIY is also on a mission to provide a diverse retail experience that caters to different customer segments. Mr. DIY conforms to the company's philosophy, always low price, in addition to keeping a broad selection, good quality, and value for money. Thank you. Mr. DIY is a Malaysian company with approximately 1,250 stores throughout Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Brunei, the Philippines, Cambodia, and India. With sites across the country and online, home improvement stores are dedicated to delivering convenience to their clients. Hardware, household and furnishing, electrical, stationery, and sports equipment are nearly 16,600 items sold in major retail outlets. Consumers come first at a company which operates an innovative business that flexibly provides a wide range of product options, superior quality and value for money while sticking to the company's motto, always low price. Thank you. Among the main competitors of Mr. DIY, Daiso is most arguable to fight against it. This is because Daiso's and Mr. DIY's items are both inexpensive and high quality. One of the reasons Daiso is so famous and well-liked is its low prices and distinctive offerings. Daiso sells a wide selection of things ranging from stationery to housekeeping supplies. For the whole month of November, Mr. DIY is offering a RM5 deal, bringing its prices in line with Daiso's year-round RM5 offer. For example, we noticed an instant size difference when buying pills. The capacity of the bucket from Daiso is about 8 liters with RM5.10, while the pill capacity from Mr. DIY is about 15 liters with RM5. This is a much bigger pan than the one we got from Daiso. Thank you.
My name is Aisha Fika binti Sobri. My matric number is 285670. I'm going to present about current major trends of Mr. DIY. During the first quarter of 2020, the whole country has been shocked by the news of COVID-19 attack. The MCO was implemented in response to the COVID-19 outbreak to restrict pupil movement and prevent disease transmission. The Home Improvement Group took a hit during the MCO in the first quarter of 2020 because the number of stores open for business and operating hours was reduced. During the second quarter 2020, the situation during first quarter 2020 was restored to normalcy as the movement limitations were lifted and the number of daily COVID-19 cases fell. During the third until fourth quarter 2020, Mr. DIY is deviating from the retail norm. This is because while some retailers were scaling back operation or rethinking expansion strategies in the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak, the company added 140 new outlets to its portfolio in 2020. Last, during 2021, the company plans to open 175 new stores across its three brands, which is Mr. Toy, Mr. Dollar and Mr. DIY. With its three-pronged approach to promote growth, deliver value and achieve operational savings, Mr. DIY Group is on course to grow. Next, I will present about the issues that have been faced by Mr. DIY Group. The first issue is lack of dominant import source. Mr. DIY has only one major import source, which is China. China representing 72% of total imports. Changes in China export policy could have an impact on the company. The second issue is issues involved in hiring foreign workers. Foreigners make up 34% of Mr. DIY staff, with the majority working in the company warehouse. As the government preventing or minimizing reliance on foreign workers, this case leads to labor shortage in the industrial sector. The third issue is foreign exchange risk. This is because raw materials are heavily imported and the group is exposed to international exchange rates, particularly in ringgit versus the Chinese yuan. The third issue is movement control order. The prolonged travel or business limitation will affect retail footfall and as a result affect transaction result.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Muhammad Nazim Razwan and my message number is 285624. First, we saw the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is the technique for identifying and evaluating an organization's strength, weakness, opportunity, and seed. The goal of the framework is to assess company competitive position and develop strategic plan referred to Albert Humphrey. The strength is the organization describe what is the excel at what is the distinct from the competitive, like a strong brand, a loyal customer base, and strong balance sheet. For the weakness is the prevent an organization from performing at its best. A work brand, high average turnover, and high level of debt. Firstly, for the saying of Mr. DIY is our employment is our greatest asset. Mr. DIY is always proud of his colleagues who have stayed of the course and delivered extraordinary performance during these difficult times. Mr. DIY will employment 11,600 people in Malaysia by 2020. Mr. DIY deeply concerned about the skill of our employees. We have success in improving more than 124,000 training hours this year. When employment receives training, they are able to improve their quality skill and their works and maximum their productivity. Second strength is the healthy and safety standard. Healthy and safety level care is very important, and the first and foremost thing that needs to be seen and provided in the industry. Management in the healthy and safety division has specially provide basic aids to each employee. The training given covers disinfection center safety measures, fire prevention, and emergency response. For the third strength is the excellence and compliment management. Tan Yu-ye and Tan Yu-wei, two siblings, founded Mr. DIY. Six other members of the chairman commitment assist Tan Yu-ye and Tan Yu-wei in managing and planning strategy to the future expect Mr. DIY branch out to Malaysia. For example, Dr. Azlam Shah bin Alias is an independent non-executive chairman. Chairman appointed has extensive experience and high skill. The appointed chairman is also very trustworthy and responsibility for the assigned task. Next is the weakness of Mr. DIY. First, the weakness of Mr. DIY is the lack of product information for customer. Every user has the right to know the content of information and the content of each product. Among the issues that often due to lack of information are low quality product photo and the question how to use the product. Second weakness is the lack interesting pages that encourage user loyalty. Customer loyalty is the consistent choosing a company product and service over its competitors. Maintain customer loyalty is critical because customers who are loyal to one company are not easy swayed by price or available. Customer loyalty has many positive effects to the company, such as increase the company source in income, improving the product brand, and increase the product popularity. Last but not least, the weakness of the Mr. DIY is the lack of communication skills with customer. Communication skills are the most important skill that everyone should have, especially service employee. Making your customer feel easy, listening, attentive, and know when to apologize can all make a difference, and more importantly, make our customer feel important to us. Caring for the customer, feeling that heard essential so that the customer don't be sad.
Hi, my name is Norima Soraya binti Hazalan, number matrix 285643, and I will present about opportunities and threats of Mr. DIY. Opportunities can be defined as external factors that potentially provide a competitive edge to a company. So the first opportunities is the ability to create international branches. As we know, one of the Mr. DIY's mission is to establish an internationally recognizable retail brand. This will achieve their mission as not only they offer 1,000 of varieties of products, but they also offer with high quality and reasonably priced items, as their slogan goes with always low prices. This will attract a lot of customers all around the world to buy their products. The second opportunity is Mr. DIY can make an outlet change, as Mr. DIY stores are handled directly and in partnership with significant merchants and mall owners, and serve as a tiny and continent. Mr. DIY has gained a lot of attraction from both countries, Malaysia and Brunei, and this will be a great opportunity to change from outlet to Mr. DIY mall. So the last opportunity of Mr. DIY is Mr. DIY can improve their marketing and advertising as compared to other big companies. Mr. DIY is still not recognized by some people, especially those who live other in Malaysia. For instance, they can make an improvement on their website layout, as people seem not interested in their marketing. Instead of having the same style, they can change it according to nowadays trend. So the next part is threats of Mr. DIY. Threats is circumstances that have the potential to cause harm to a company. So the first threat is quality of low-cost items is viewed obliquely. This always happens to companies who produce cheap products, as people keep seeing these products as low quality because of their price. Next, the second threat of Mr. DIY is rise of e-commerce business such as Lazada, Shopee and more. Even though Mr. DIY is a strong competitor, but there are a lot of competitors out there that people would choose. For instance, people prefer to shop at Lazada as they provide free shipping vouchers, cashback vouchers and more.
Hi, my name is Uijaja, matrix number 289792. Now I will present about the future direction of Mr. DIY Group Berhad. Firstly, we think that Mr. DIY will break through more international marketing in the future. As we know, Currently, Mr. DIY are having branches in Brunei, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, Philippines, India, Cambodia, and also Turkey. In this list of countries, we think that Mr. DIY have the potential to break into Western country, even though there are competitors like B&Q, the home improvement retailing company in United Kingdom. Secondly, we think that Mr. DIY will soon providing worldwide shipping services. This is because people around the world are able to purchase their product easily through online without leaving their house. And thirdly, we think that Mr. DIY will provide more community services in the future. As we can see, Mr. DIY have made a lot of contribution during this pandemic COVID-19. For example, they contribute face masks for hospitals and prisons in Sabah. They also contribute medical equipment for UMMC, cash e-wallet for university students, and they also provide hygiene pack for needed family during this pandemic COVID-19. Next, we think that Mr. DIY will soon expand their robotic e-commerce warehouse, which just have launched in Malaysia this year. This robotic e-commerce warehouse able to proceed their orders more effectively and efficiently. We think that they will soon launch this robotic e-commerce warehouse in other countries' branches to improve their productivity. And with this high technology, it helps to break through more international marketing more easily and more efficiently. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi to Dr. Hanisa and my fellow colleague. My name is Sharifah Amira binti Said Idris, metric number 285644 from Group 9, would like to present the suggestion on appropriate strategies for the company. One of the strategies that should be used by Mr. DIY is to open their strategy. The goal of an open strategy is to provide value by including a variety of stakeholders that were previously excluded from the strategy building process. The most significant advantages of involving a wide variety of stakeholders in the strategy development process is the possibility of expanding the repertoire of ideas that may be developed for strategy formation. Employee participation in the strategy development process leads to common understanding, deeper commitment between management and employees. Openness promotes communication which fosters discourse and a sense of shared purpose. In a competitive environment, Mr. DIY has been under tremendous pressure to match customer demands. This necessitates their employees being more involved in deciding the organization purpose. Secondly, Mr. DIY should improve their business competencies that are required. Characteristics and talents that are constant throughout time, generally fixed, persistent patterns of how individuals feel, think, and conduct is referred to as stable competencies. Example, personality. Dynamic competencies, on the other hand, are flexible through time and may be obtained through learning experiences like training and foreign travel. This helps the company to increase their expertise and be recognized worldwide. Last but not least, Mr. DIY should use a talent pool strategy. Rather than selecting particular people for specific roles, the organization recruits the best people and then picks them for the position in which they should recruit more knowledge employees. Knowledge employees tend to be defined by having particular talents obtained via substantial education and training and capable of having a major effect on the company performance. Thank you.
As a conclusion, Mr. DIY has a lot of potential to become world's leading home improvement retailer companies. It is because the vision and mission of these companies are clear and it will lead them to focus in their long-term goals. They also prove us in many ways. Moreover, we also suggested some acceptable tactics that might be helpful for them to improve their businesses. They can incorporating a wide range of stakeholders, improving their business capabilities in general businesses, cost, culture, workers' knowledge, and so on. We are really hope that Mr. DIY will fulfill all of its objectives and serve the public and country in various ways.